Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Desk Pop. Today we are here at Graffunder Safes, and we're going to show you at least one big one that they got. And we're going to probably go over how Liberty safes suck, and you should get something a little bit better.
Yeah, recently you may have heard of a little bit of controversy surrounding Liberty safes and the January 6th dude who had his house raided, and Liberty immediately gave up the combo to his safe. Their reasons for doing so are their own. But regardless, it kind of sucks to know that the company that you trusted with your privacy is willing to just give it out. So today we're going to take a look at the security that Graffunder offers in their safes, how that they don't want to do that, and why you might want to consider not having a Liberty safe for a variety of reasons.
I think that's good.
Gentlemen, welcome to the garage. We are here with Matthew from Graffunder Safes today. And Matthew, I would love it if you would kind of go over the safes that you guys offer.
Yeah, so this is an E7248. This is 1 inch steel base, 1.5 inch door. Door weighs 1,800 pounds by itself. The full thing together weighs 5,400 pounds.
It's like as much as Joe's mom.
Door gaps are hand shimmed. You can put a credit card in there if you want, if you can fit it. Inch and a half door. Custom made interior. This is a number 6. This holds the most firearms. We do custom full shelves. This is for a client that has a couple Barretts and long rifles that he'll be putting in here. Something that makes us different than everybody else is, one, we're American made. We're one of the last few still in the States doing that. Ours are plate metal steel, non-formed sheet metal. Formed sheet metal means it's all bent and placed in the order that they need. I actually do have formed sheet metal inside. This is 10 gauge steel. This separates our fireproofing, and it is the same thickness as the competition. So we put a safe around their safes.
So a minute ago we were talking about like fire protection and stuff like that. It sounds like you guys had your thinnest material that you use on your safes rated for, was it 1750, 1,750 degrees for, how long was it?
It was 3 hours.
3 hours, and then so the bigger guys you just didn't even bother having rated because they're going to last way longer than that.
Correct. Yes.
And you said the average house burns at like 500 degrees?
I believe so.
So more than enough coverage there on the small ones, let alone the years that this thing could spend on fire probably without having a problem.
Yeah. We have a few that have survived fires. We've got them recorded in the office. We had one survive an Oregon fire where the fire department couldn't actually reach the home. The only thing standing was the safe and the fireplace chimney.
A lot of you guys might recognize this. You probably have this or something similar in your home if you have several firearms. But one thing about these more affordable safes, we'll talk more about that price point here in a minute, is that they get RSC rating, which means that they're just a residential security container, and that protection only has to stop someone who has a pry bar of 18 inches or less and a hammer of 3 pounds or less, and it has to just stop them from getting into the container for 5 minutes or more. So realistically, this is just a giant child safety lock. It's not what most people think of when it comes to the protection you want from your safe, let alone having master combos that you can just call the company and get whenever you decide that you need them. So Graffunder will only ever use mechanical locks with dials, so there's no way that the electric locks are going to get hacked or anything like that from someone who has a reader.
You can put an electric one on if you
if you really want one, they could put that on there for you. It's not necessarily recommended. And you guys don't keep combos, you don't keep really anything except what a locksmith absolutely needs to get in if you somehow lock yourself out of the safe.
Yeah, it's no secret. We have randomized relockers. So if they're tamper-proof, so if somebody was to actually attack our safe door, they will go off, and your locksmith is going to be irritated because they're going to have to call, and we're going to have to map out where they all are. One of the locksmiths we worked with described them as being diabolical, and if I can keep a locksmith out, I can keep a thief out.
So I just wanted to jump in real quick and talk about the weight here. So obviously, this is a huge, huge safe. Versus this, what kind of weight difference are we looking at here?
Well, that is 10 gauge sheet metal, where this is 1 inch plate metal just on the base, 1.5-inch door, like I said, so that would range around 600 to 800 pounds, where the door alone weighs 1,800 pounds on this safe.
Right.
A totaling of 5,400 pounds.
So basically what you're saying is that you could just push this thing over, push it out of the house, take the entire safe without even opening it, versus this where you look at it and you need a whole team of guys to move this thing.
Yes, we use equipment to move this around.
Yeah, like forklift, something like that.
I also build them to be bolted down as well. We can go 1 bolt, 4 bolts. I had a guy do 5 bolts. That I don't know what 5 is going to do different than 1, but you're not taking this with you.
All right, guys, so as much as I'd like to show you all the security measures that go into these safes and how they get installed and all that, that really defeats the purpose of why we're doing this video, which is to show you that these are more secure than some of the other offerings on the market. So we're going to show you as much as we can and kind of the tips and tricks that they put into their locking mechanisms and why you should go with something other than the $800, 800-pound safe that you can go get at Costco. Yeah, take it away.
Right, so this is our mounting block. This steel actually supports where your lock is going to be. It's protected by what's known as a punch plate. A punch plate, if somebody was actually drill and knock this out of the way, it's going to release a series of relockers. We have exterior relockers that will lock the door to the outside or lock the door to the actual safe body. We have interior relockers that will lock the door mechanisms, its drawbars, into place. So good luck finding those because they're randomly placed. That is something that we do store in case yours does get attacked. Locksmiths can call us and we can go ahead and place that for you guys. But we all know that the government isn't competent enough to actually drill and pop open one of these doors anyways. We have a snubber bar protector. This is an actual bar that protects the drawbar. If that gets removed, doesn't really matter.
All right, so as a carpenter, I feel like I'm specifically qualified to actually break into this safe. It's made out of bent sheet metal and drywall. You can tell the difference from the sound that I make, or that it makes when I knock on it. Yeah, it almost sounds hollow. So with any sort of small like reciprocating saw, you could probably just punch through the drywall and take whatever's in there. Anyways, Matthew, if you want to come over here. How about tell us where we can find you, where you can get your safes.
Well, you can do it the old school way and just look us up at graffunder.com, or you can find us at graffunder_safes on Instagram. Just call us up and we'll build you a safe.
Sweet. Well, I'm Thomas, and you're watching Disney Channel. Good? Yeah, cool.
Move my body back and forth.